Okay, so I'm out and about today doing some honey-do tasks, things my wife wants me to do. And I thought I would answer the most common question that I get on both YouTube and through Facebook and friends. Why collect vinyl records when you can get anything that you want for free through streaming? Why don't you just go streaming? Let me tell you why I don't like streaming and why I prefer to do things with vinyl records and in other cases with physical media today, and why I think you should consider doing it too. So I don't know if you've recognized this, but when you use streaming apps, it doesn't really matter what the app is. You don't have a guarantee that you're going to find the music, the media, the whatever that you're looking for. I don't care if it's like a Disney Plus thing. I don't care if it's Amazon, streaming, Prime, things like that, YouTube. The problem is whenever you find something that you like via streaming options, it can go away and you lose the ability to play things in the future. Either the whole app goes away or the particular thing that you're looking for is gone. They're constantly changing the rights to different pieces of media, choosing to drop certain things for more popular things. And before you know it, you're paying for apps that you don't even want. And you're still paying every month to have something on your computer or on your DAC or whatever, and you're not actually able to access what you want over time. So if you have something physical, you can have whatever you want, whenever you want. Physical media prevents tampering. What is happening with a lot of streaming services is that you are getting a new, remastered, changed version of a lot of things that you may have enjoyed. For example, if you want to watch the original Star Wars trilogy without it being messed with all of the George Lucas stuff, you want the VHS from back in the day. If you are somebody who, like me, is a big Star Trek fan and you want to see the original Star Trek episodes without all the tinkering that they did to remaster them, you have the VHS. Another thing that is beautiful is you have records that haven't been tampered with and remastered or remixed. I don't know if you've noticed if you're a Beatles fan, but the Beatles are slowly replacing a lot of the old mixes on all of these various streaming devices with their new remixes, new remasters, and it's not the same. So if you like the way that something was before it gets messed with by corporate America, go with physical media. Do you know what you can avoid if you're using physical media? Commercials. Constant commercials. I don't know about you, but I get frustrated where unless I pay with the YouTube Premium, if I'm watching YouTube videos or listening to music through YouTube, it's constantly cutting with commercials. I bet you if you're watching this video, you've already seen a commercial or two. If you are watching on various apps at this point, they keep sneaking in with commercials or little pop-ups saying, ooh, you can buy this now, or use this QR code for blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I don't get that on? When I'm listening to a record, or if I'm putting on an older DVD, a Blu-ray, or something like that. You know why? It's because it's physical media, and it is the way that it is. It hasn't been tampered with. So I like to watch things sometimes without constant interruption, or hear things sometimes without constant interruption. And do you know how you do that? With physical media. Physical media requires you going out and hunting for it. And something that you don't need to do if you are sitting there on your sofa and doing streaming is you can just find something at instant access if it's there. The thing is with going hunting for vinyl, hunting for videos, hunting for a particular edition of a movie that you like, is it gets you up and out. It gets you out into the world where you see people. You physically meet other people and you have a hobby. You know what isn't much of a hobby? Sitting and passively just absorbing physical media. Non-physical media. But if you have to go out and collect the physical media, you actually have a real hobby that gets you exercise, that gets you out and about, has a reason to talk to other human beings. So it is an actual hobby to pick up physical media, collect physical media, go find it. And it's not much of a hobby if all you're doing is pressing a button. Physical media takes you off the grid. If you are somebody who wants to truly get away from it all, You have to be able to have music, videos, something that you can access without constantly having your phone or your computer giving you reminders of the rest of the world. If I have a portable record player, I can listen to records anywhere. But if I have to use my phone to listen to music, I get ping, notification for this, alert, something for that, phone call from this person. If I am watching a video on a portable DVD player, I can actually go and enjoy the mountain view and maybe watch a movie on the deck. But if I'm using my computer, you're constantly checking your email. You're constantly having people sending you alerts or direct messages. Sometimes it's nice to just get away from everything. Do you know what's really impressive? Showing somebody a rare copy of a record that you found, a rare movie that you can't find anywhere else, maybe like a rare recording that you found on a reel-to-reel tape. Do you know what's not very impressive? Saying, look, this is something that I found by clicking a button on my computer. Do you know what I can fix easily? A turntable that needs to have its belt replaced, or maybe like a VHS player where you just have to go into the VCR and clean the heads. Do you know what's impossible to replace unless you have some sort of engineering degree, some sort of DAC or something like that, or if my smartphone goes dead and then I have to go buy a new one. Some things are almost impossible to replace unless you 100% know what you're doing. Most of the time, physical media, you can replace things or fix them pretty easily on your own. Notice that I haven't been talking about, the sound of vinyl is better than MP3s, even though I think that it is. I'm not saying that watching a video on film is better than watching it on digital, even though sometimes I think that it is. The reality is there are all kinds of reasons why physical media rules and why it will make your life so much better if you are somebody who enjoys music, film, and the like. And it's not because of audiophile type reasons. It's because sometimes physical media is a more fun, integrative, interactive, and accessible experience. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you again soon. Bye.